Welcome to Ecstatic Yoga. I am Grace. We'll be practicing a sun salutation, Siri Namaskara, the focus of honoring that sun within us. And we're going to conclude with a meditation of going within to that sun. So I welcome you to come to a standing position and take a moment to bring your hands to your heart and check in with yourself. We're going to be breathing in through the belly, the lower abdomen. So begin to bring the breath. Feel that lower belly expand in and out. This is the natural way to breathe. It triggers that parasympathetic nervous system, letting our body and our mind know that we are safe. We can relax. We can be at peace. We can know that all is truly well. All is orchestrating in divine right order, and that we are supported by the universe, and especially by this sun inside of us, this presence that animates our body, animates all of our experiences here in this physical experience. This soul power that is infinite and limitless, unending, and is an extension of divine creator of all that is. That which is animating through us, that which is aware within us, allows us to be aware of that which is without, is an extension of divine creator universe, the God of your understanding, one with it and in it. So this is what we're honoring as sacred and pure, sacred embodiment. And just check in with the physical body. How's it feeling today? Making sure that your weight is balanced on both feet equally. The weight is balanced on the front of the foot, the back of the foot, both the right and left sides, and moving around to find your center of gravity. And resting there as you dive inside. Notice that inner, infinite universe that is within you. That soul presence, that sun. And taking a moment in silence to check in and feel that aliveness within, pratyahara. You may feel the heartbeat, that pulsation of the heart, expanding throughout your chest and throughout the whole body. Any other sensations? Dive in. Basking in that inner aliveness, that inner ecstasy. Continuing to breathe. And taking a moment to simply observe the emotional landscape without judging it, making it right or wrong, without having to change it or even to describe or label it. Just feel, be in that felt sense of is that emotional being. And then taking this moment to set that intention for yourself. Anything you'd like to manifest in your life, stating that in the positive as if it has already been manifested, it is already so. And do that now and allow yourself a few breaths to feel those emotions. Feeling how you deserve this. It is very possible. releasing that intention to the universe. This or better, this or better, this or better. Let's shake the body out. Shoulders, and gently. Beautiful job. Twisting, waking up that spine. Beautiful. Let's do a little bit of cross patterning as we connect that right and left brain. Really powerful. You could do months, years, classes on connecting the right brain. And what you can do is when you go from right hand to left knee, in the left hand to the right shoulder. So we'll do a double cross. Very simple, yet very, very powerful. Beautiful job. Let's do a little tapping, waking up the body, front of the legs, back of the legs, feet a little bit, belly, back, and all the way up, down both arms, back, back of the neck, head, the scalp, the whole skull, and gentle on the face. I like to just take the fingertips. This helps with the lymph. Let's tap that thymus right here in the center of the chest. This helps with our immunities. Keeps this immunity center, this thymus, healthy and alive and vibrant. It keeps it from shrinking as we age. And so we can stay healthy and fight off colds and flus and all that stuff. Important, important. Very easy, absolutely free way to keep yourself healthy. Beautiful job. Let's do our breath of joy. We'll go into our sun salutation. So we're going to inhale the arms shoulder length. Inhale them all the way out to the world and then up to our divine source, and then exhale down together. One more time. And let's just hang down for a minute. Take a breath here. Feeling that nice stretch in the low back. And then let's let the spine bring us up. We're not going to hinge up in the hips. We're going to let the spine bring us up. So just allowing those lower vertebrae, lumbar vertebrae begin to bring us up. And then that mid-thoracic vertebrae begin to bring us up to the upper thoracic vertebrae. And then the cervicals at the neck to allow the head to come up. Beautiful job. We're going to move into our sun salutation. So now we're going to come to the front of our mat. Feet are hip width apart. We're going to move into our mountain. And let's go through these loops. I'm going to face you for right now. Feeling the ankle loop as you lift and will arch on the lift of your arch at your feet. Shin loop as you engage those calves. Thigh loop, you're going to come from below the knees. It's moving all up the front of the thighs. So you're going to feel a lift of the knees, engagement of the thighs. Pelvic loop, we're going to bring that pelvic forward into neutral. I have to tuck the tailbone gently. I always have a little out. And then our kidney loop, you're going to feel. And the shoulder loop is going to come all the way up to between the lips. So, and then it's going to come back. So it brings those shoulders back, shoulder blades together a little bit, and it drops down the back. So it's going to drop those shoulders away from the ears. And then our skull loop, feeling from the tip of our skull, reaching up, feel yourself elongate, grow about a half an inch taller with that skull loop. It's a beautiful job. This is a nice mountain. It's a very active pose. And let's inhale those arms up into a nice extended Tadasana, mountain pose. Let's go into a little back bend. And let's exhale as we go into forward fold Uttanasana. We're going to hinge at the hips now. Arms are way out or way in. Never out like that. That puts a lot of pressure on the low back. Hinging at the hip. Coming all the way down, relaxing the head, rounding the spine. Thumbs are on the earth, on blocks or the earth, right next to the little toes. And let's just relax that head a minute. Moving it back and forth. And releasing the neck. Very gentle, kind movements. As we move through this flow, you can use modifications. You can also come out at any time. Let's inhale, coming up halfway into a half forward fold, and then exhale down. We'll also be using our bandhas, Mala Bandha, all the bandhas if we can. Mula Bandha is the first bandha, that's the pelvic floor. We're going to engage and lift that, gently engage. Uddiyana Bandha is the lower belly is engaged. And Jalandhara, the chin comes in and the tongue goes on the roof of the mouth. They lock the prana and energy as we breathe and increase the life force within us. We're going to lift the head and lift the heart. And we're going to take that right leg back into a lunge. And you can go into a low lunge if you like. You can stay up in a high lunge. You can also stay with your hands down on the floor like this. Or if you like, my knee is right over the ankle here. I just want to try not to have my knee go forward. If it goes a little back, it's okay. Forward, put some tension on the knee. Back thigh is engaged. I'm going to engage those bandhas and I'm going to come up. If you'd like to come all the way up into a high lunge. Reach that heel so it's coming towards the floor. It may not make it, but if it can, engage those bandhas and let's breathe in this beautiful high lunge or low lunge if you're in a low lunge. Honoring that sacred sun within you. That which animates and brings the body alive. One more breath. And on your exhale, bring the hands back down to the floor. That's where they were. And let's take that left foot back into downward facing dog. Tailbone is lifting up. Heels are coming down towards the earth. And thighs coming back. Head is resting between the arms. Let's engage the bandhas and breathe in our down dog. Honoring that sacred soul power within you that is eternal, that has lived before the body and will live after the body. Continues to experience life in many ways and many forms. And on your next inhale, we're going to move into an up dog. And we're going to swivel those hips. We're going to have the head come forward. I like to bring the feet back a little bit when I go into my up dog. And we're going to bring those hips forward. Now you can have those thighs resting above the earth. You can come onto the tops of the feet or stay on your toes. You can also rest the thighs down on the earth. And let's engage the bandhas and breathe. One more breath. I'm going to curl those toes under, lift that buttocks up, back into downward facing dog. Sun salutation is so amazing because we just go back the way we came. So here we are in our down dog. Heels are coming down towards the earth, thighs are back, tail is lifting up towards the sky. Head is in between the arms. Engage the bandhas and breathe. And lifting the head, lifting your heart. And we're going to walk, step, or jump that right foot back up. You can stay down here. You can bring the knee down if you want. We're going to go into a lunge on the other side. We're going to make sure that knee is right over the ankle. Back thigh is engaged. Engaging those bandhas and coming up into a high lunge if you want. Or staying down in a low. Let's engage the bandhas and let's bring in the prana and the life force. Back heels coming down towards the earth. Knee over the ankle. One more breath in high lunge. And on your exhale, we're going to bring the hands back down to the earth or blocks if you have it. Bring that back foot up to meet the front hip width apart. And let's move into Uttanasana. Beautiful forward fold. And breathe. You just can move that head a little if you like. Release and relax the neck. Always holding that head up. And on your next inhale, lifting the head, lifting the heart. Either bring the arms way out to the sides or in towards the body in our angel wings. Moving back up into our Tadasana, our mountain. Let's inhale into a nice back bend. Feel that nice movement of the spine. Move into a little side stretching. We're going to go into a Surya Namaskara sun salutation with some variations. Adding some variety to the sun salutation, a little extra stretching, moving that spine laterally, always having our awareness on that inner sun, that which sustains us, sustains this physical body. Inhaling into that back bend again, and we're going to exhale into our forward fold, hinging at the hips, coming down. You can also have your hands on your hips as you come down. Hands next to the little toes. Thumbs, I have my thumbs next to my little toes, and I'm going to just relax the head. Uttanasana, inhaling, half forward fold. And feel that spine extending away from the body, stretching out. And exhaling back to your Uttanasana. On the next inhale, lifting the head and the heart, bringing that right leg back, and let's drop that knee down to the floor. And we're going to move into some lunge rocks. So we're going to lunge forward, opening up that hip. Feeling that beautiful opening of the hip, moving around, making some movements that feel good for you. Maybe bring the hips a little lower towards the earth. Move side to side, keeping the breath flowing. And let's straighten that front leg out as we come back. I love to flex and extend that front foot for some beautiful sensations. And again, you can move a little bit around, notice what feels good. Love the stretch on the lower back, and allow yourself to really enjoy the sensations in the body. Go inward. Begin to move back and forth at your own pace, your own rhythm, moving spontaneously the way your body wants to move in this beautiful lunge rock. So dive within, enjoying and basking in the nectar of your sensations, your sun, keeping the breath flowing. I like to use Ujjayi breath with this flow. Mindful movement, staying connected to that inner sun, that inner soul power, that divine presence, indweller within you. And coming back to center. Beautiful job. And we're going to take this left leg and bring that back. So we're in a nice table pose. My knees are hip width apart and my hands are shoulder width apart. And we're going to move into cat-cow, flexion and extension of the spine. Let's move into our cat first as we round that back up. Flex the spine. Tail is tucking under and the head is going to drop. I'm looking in towards my thighs and my belly. And exhale in cat. Inhaling in cow. As I arch that back and stick that tailbone, lift the head. Inhaling. And moving back and forth in your cat-cow, enjoying that flexion and extension of the spine. I invite you the next time you're in your cat to bring those hips back a little towards the heels. You feel a nice stretch on the lower back, and you can move side to side a little bit. You can make circles with your hips and begin to move into a spontaneous flow with your cat-cow, adding little movements that feel good for you and diving inward, having this be your own experience as you enjoy the sensations and bask in that nectar of your sacred embodiment. Coming back to center. Beautiful job. We're going to curl the toes under and we're going to lift the hips up into our downward facing dog. Let's move into walking the dog. Dropping one heel down, other lifting up as you stretch those calves, gastrocnemius muscle. Going back and forth and side to side, finding a nice mindful pace, always honoring that indweller, that indwelling sun that shines within you at all times, full magnitude, never leaves, never has, never will, always with you for all eternity. Before you came into this physical embodiment and after you leave this body, will always be there and all throughout your life, every instant, for all eternity. That sun will shine, keeping the breath flowing and coming back to neutral. We're going to move into chaturanga. So I'm going to take those feet back a little and move into a plank. Here I am into a plank pose. And I'm going to you can take your knees down if you like, or you can come into full push-up and just bending the elbows, coming down nice and slowly, all the way to the floor. Well, we're going to do our push-ups, so it's our variation. Let's come back up into either a half push-up or a full push-up. And I invite you to do a few push-ups for our variation here. just to strengthen those arms. We're in our variations. And when you're done with your push-ups, and maybe just one coming all the way down to the floor, and let's rest the head to one side or the other and take a moment to relax and connect with the earth. One of the things I like to do when I'm resting on the earth is imagine I'm a sponge and invite the earth to provide me with anything that my body may need, my physical body, my emotional, spiritual self. But the earth is a physical being. Receive anything. Maybe it's information or knowledge. Maybe it's nutrients or wisdom. Everything comes from the earth. Our bodies are earth energy, sustained by the food we eat, is provided by the earth. Just imagine you just receiving as a sponge anything you may need. Maybe healing energy, restorative energy. You can turn the head to the other side, and the second half is to send my gratitude to the earth for sustaining this physical body, for providing a home over our heads and safe place to live, the food we eat, the beauty, the air, just giving thanks to the earth. And coming back to center, I'm going to move into a baby cobra. So I'm going to bring the hands right by my shoulders, a little outside of them. And I'm going to press the pelvis into the earth. That's my foundation and the backs of the legs. Inhaling, lifting the head and the heart. Very little weight on the hands. I'm not pushing myself up with my hands. I'm using the back muscles. This is a really great back strengthener. And breathe. One more breath. Beautiful. And let's push into the hands. Come back up into our table. Curling the toes under. Move back up into downward facing dogs as we lift those hips. And then we're going to go into a three-legged dog. We're adding variation. So I'm going to take that right leg and kick it out behind me. Three-legged dog, strong arms, hands are rooted and fingers are spread. And I'm going to bend that knee. I'm going to open that leg up to a little hip opener here. And breathe. Stretching open that hip and groin area. Really beneficial. And on the next exhale, coming back to three-legged dog and relaxing that right leg down and going into three-legged dog on the other side, kicking that left leg out behind, feeling that strong arms securing our body, strong right foot, heel coming towards the floor, and we're going to take that left leg and bend the knee and open up to the left side, opening up the hips, hip opening. And breathe. Engage those bandhas to lock in that energy and prana. One more breath. And on your exhale, bringing that leg down. Beautiful job. And we're going to take that right leg and walk, step, or jump that forward right between the hands. Drop the back knee. Move that knee back forward, back a little. We'll move into our lunge rocks, lunging forward, opening up that hip. Making those little movements. Feel good for you. Straightening that right leg now. Flexing and extending the right foot. Staying connected to that inner sun, that inner aliveness, that indwelling presence, divine Atman within you, that is you, your eternal self. And flowing back and forth at your own pace, making sure to bask in that nectar, that sacred embodiment, enjoying all the sensations of being embodied. And this opportunity for this sacred embodiment, keeping the breath flowing. And coming back to center. Beautiful, beautiful job. And you're going to curl those back toes under, lift that back leg up, and walk, step, or jump, or I'm just sliding this time that foot forward into Uttanasana. A beautiful forward fold. Shaking out that head gently, yes and no. Gentle movements. Inhale halfway up into half forward fold. Extend that spine. Exhale, folding back down. Inhale, lifting the head, lifting the heart, coming all the way up. Beautiful. Back bend. We're going to move to one whole sun salutation to breath. So inhaling into our mountain. Exhaling, forward fold. Hinging with the hips. Inhaling, half forward fold. Exhaling, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, right leg back into lunge. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg up into lunge. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, back down into forward fold. Inhale into our mountain. And taking a moment to center yourself, bringing the hands to the heart, closing the eyes, and centering yourself and noticing sensations. I'm just finishing up the yoga video. I must have lost track of time. And let's gently and kindly coming down to the earth. Why don't you come sit down there? Join for a little short meditation. And move some of the stuff in. We're going to close with a little short meditation. A friend joining us, so I have to move some of the animated holiday pets. So taking a moment now, we have lots of holiday pets. They sing and dance. So taking this moment now to feel that earth underneath us and feel it supporting our bodies, our life, our purpose. Again, connecting to our sun, that sun inside us. The intention of this practice is connecting with that inner sun, that inner soul, that inner indweller that is infinite and limitless and completely free. Never leaves us, not one instant of this life, before this life or after this life, for all eternity. Extension of the divine creator source, universe of your understanding. All loving, whole and pure. Taking a moment to acknowledge that this is your true nature. There's nothing in the physical, temporary realm that can change this, as you were created by your creator as love. And breathing into the belly. And we will sit in a mindfulness meditation for a few moments, keeping our focus on the breath and on this indweller, this indwelling presence, this inner sun. We bring our attentive awareness and love into this sacred self. If your mind wanders, just gently and kindly bring yourself back to that indwelling presence. Maybe as you bring your attention, your focus inward into the indweller, the inner sun, sending that sacred inner soul aspect of yourself, love. That indwelling lives in your heart, allowing that heart to expand as you bring the attention that you focus on will expand. Single point of focus, silent stillness, focused on the inner sun, inner alignment. All your focused attention on this eternal, all-loving presence within you, ever present, your true nature. For the last few moments of this mindfulness meditation, let's pour our love inward towards our own self, our own heart, the own inner self, the indwelling presence. Immerse our own self with love. A nice deep breath, coming back slowly, mindfully. Bringing yourself back to that intention that you set at the beginning of this practice. Checking in with your being, checking in with the physical body. Checking in with the pratyahara, the inner aliveness. The indweller, the radiant sun, ever expanding. Checking in with emotional landscape, just observing, neutral, noticing. Noticing any shifts from the beginning of practice. And releasing everything, the practice, the intentions to the universe with a this or better, this or better, this or better. Honoring yourself, sending yourself gratitude for this time with yourself in yoga practice. We'll bring our hands together in Anjali Mudra right in front of our heart center for our final Namaste prayer. I honor the place in you in which the entire universe dwells. I honor that place in you, which is pure love, light, truth, and peace. And when you are in that place in you, and I am in that place in me, we are one. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for Ecstatic Yoga. I am Grace. Please go to ecstaticyoga.studio for more information on our yoga retreats and teacher trainings. Wishing you a most beautiful and most blessed day.